Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? I'm going to take a break from the monotony in today's video. Um, my husband found some really awesome videos that he wanted to share with the community, and they are recipes. And we are so involved with our pantries and things like that, and with the uncertainty of our future as a nation. And my husband said, share these. And he said, and if people have, trouble finding, shelf stable and stuff like that, he said, you know where to go to find all the shelf stable ingredients. So in the description box, for the things that you'll see in these videos, and you'll say, well, that's not shelf stable. I found the shelf stable ingredient for you, and it's in the description box along with um, some of the recipes that go along with these videos. Okay. Um, so these these recipes just look so delightful. They really do. And so we are going to, I have a lot of these ingredients already. Um, but what we don't have, we're going to stock up on, um, so we can start making these recipes here at home. And I figured you guys might like them as well. Um, because you could only stock up on so much rice, beans, peanut butter, or ramen, or pasta, or whatever the case may be, and you want to have something that is savory. You don't want to get what is known as food fatigue, and that is a very real thing, food fatigue. And entire villages actually have perished from food fatigue because they only ate, say, like rice and beans, and they didn't have salt and pepper, they didn't have paprika, they didn't have, whatever the case may be. And that's why, for so long I had stressed, make sure you have a spice pantry. Make sure you have condiments, even if it's just ketchup and mustard, even if it's just Worcestershire sauce or soy sauce, whatever the case may be. You want to have that pep in your step. You really do, because if you are literally down to just that last few pounds of rice and beans, or peanut butter and jelly, or just you've got those couple of boxes left of ramen, and you're like, all right, guys, it's come down to this. You know what I mean? You want to be able to add some onion powder or garlic powder or whatever the case may be. So I hope you enjoy these recipes that Sean found. They look amazing. And like I said, we already have a lot of the ingredients to go with these recipes, but there are like maybe 4 or 5 things that we don't have. And if you are unsure on how to make these shelf stable, the links are in the description box below for you. Okay, here you go.
Yo, this taco loaded potato bowl is easy to make. It's simple, delicious, healthy, packed with protein, also great for meal prepping. You gotta try it out.
Bro, it's fucking delicious.
First, we're gonna put together a quick pico. The full details are in the caption. Once done, place that in the fridge. Next, we're gonna make a homemade guacamole. Again, full details are in the caption. Once done, place that in the fridge as well. Next, we're gonna take our potatoes and dice them up, then add them to a large bowl. Hit them with olive oil and your taco seasoning of choice. Give them a good mix. Then we're gonna add those to a baking sheet into the oven at 425 for about 30 to 35 minutes. While the potatoes are cooking, we're gonna make our ground beef, medium-high heat, a little bit of oil, break up the ground beef, add some of that taco seasoning, adjust accordingly, a little bit of water to moisten it up, and boom, take the potatoes out, let them cool, assemble your bowls, and enjoy.
These cheesy beef roll-ups were so delicious and they were so easy to make. It literally took me under 20 minutes. Here's how I made it. Started by cooking my ground beef. Once it was fully cooked, I drained it. Then I added 1 pack of taco seasoning. I added a half block of cream cheese along with some salsa and a little water. Let that cook down a bit, and then I added some shredded cheese and I set that aside. For my chipotle sauce, I used some sour cream, a little adobo sauce, some paprika, some chili powder. I added in some salsa. I gave that a nice stir. For flour tortilla, I assembled my meat mix along with some nacho cheese. I also added my chipotle sauce. I carefully folded it into a burrito. This part took a lot of patience, but it was worth it. Please just make sure it doesn't spill out and make sure it's fully closed. To a skillet, I added some olive oil and I cooked my roll-ups on each side for about 1 to 2 minutes. They get done really fast and they should look like this when done. I served them with chipotle sauce and these were so good. Definitely a must try.
These Philly cheesesteak sliders are the perfect party appetizer, especially for game day, and they're super easy to make. Start by adding 2 tablespoons of butter to a cast iron skillet and then throw in some onions and bell pepper. Season with garlic, salt, and pepper, and I like to add a little bit of water just to speed things up. Once they're nice and soft, pull them out and set them to the side. Now for the steak, I'm using some shaved ribeye. I'm gonna add it to the skillet and then season with my favorite steak seasoning. Cook it for about 4 minutes, then toss in 2 more tablespoons of butter and 3/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Next, place your slider rolls into a baking dish and then pile on the steak, and I'm adding onions and bell peppers only on one side because my kids will not eat them. Now top it with some provolone cheese and add your top buns. For the butter mixture, to 5 tablespoons of melted butter, add minced garlic, some Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of Dijon mustard, onion powder, and then give it a good mix and pour it over the sliders. Bake on 350 for 10 to 15 minutes, then serve it with some cheese for dipping. Let me know if you try it. So good, y'all.
These are Philly cheesesteak kolaches, and they're one of the most popular items at my mom's bakery. This is my twist on her recipe, and it has a bulgogi Philly cheesesteak cheesy filling stuffed inside a super soft and slightly sweet dough, and it's all really simple to make. The dough has 2 proofs, but during the proofs you can make the filling and prepare the cheeses. I used a smoked Gouda for the flavor and mozzarella for the texture. Stuff it up with the Philly cheese bulgogi filling, bake and enjoy.
She's so perfect.